Tony Figueroa and Donna Allen are with us as we continue our look at shows that made their network TV debut in September 1965. This particular segment of This Week in TV History originally aired in September 2015.
Hi, this is Dinah Manoff, and you are listening to TV Confidential.
September 17th, 1965, The Smothers Brothers Show.
Now, this is not the variety show.
This is not the variety show. That would come...
Aaron Spelling was involved with this, wasn't he?
I believe you are right. I don't have that in front of me, but that is... it sounds like it. This was a sitcom.
It was a sitcom, and Nick at Nite aired it on the weekends in the
briefly,
80s.
Yeah. So this is where Tommy played an angel. They were two brothers.
Yes.
Tom and Dick, so they kept the names, but Tom was lost at sea.
Yes.
And came back as an angel and is helping his brother Dick out.
And in the tradition of Sherwood Schwartz shows, the premise was neatly summed up in the theme song.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was neatly like My Mother the Car was neatly summed up. I think the Ballad of Jed Clampett and the Ballad of Gilligan's Island was a little bit more simplified.
Yes.
This one, they went through a lot.
But they did cover a lot of territory in 30 seconds.
Yes, they did. They covered. Also, It's About Time would be another one where it's a great.
That's great.
It was a great one, but you go through. It's like, oh yeah, you probably could have used less words, yes. But it's.
Okay, I'm embarrassed. I do not remember this show.
Well, you're not alone.
At all.
It went
one season.
As I recall. Did it go a full season?
September 17th, 1965, to September 1966.
Okay,
yeah.
I don't. It was an attempt to capitalize. I mean, by this point, the Smothers Brothers were doing all the nightclubs. They were doing the Purple Onion. They were doing, Ciro's Down Here. They were very hot. And I think they probably were under contract with Columbia at the time, so Columbia Records, and so they did they had an option for a TV series. And rather than do a variety show, they decided to build a sitcom for them, or at least fit them into a sitcom concept. But and so you had Dick was the straight-laced character, and Tom was playing a variation of his bumbling persona. Only he was, as Tony explained, he was
an apprentice angel.
He was an apprentice angel whose job it was try to earn his wings and try to help Dick in his various day-to-day life. And they managed to get 30 episodes out of this.
Wow. And I missed them all.
Yeah. So, Tom's efforts to help people never seemed to work out as planned, as Dick had to help him clean up his mess. So, it wound up...
because Mother
the living brother had to help the angel.
Because Mother always liked him best.
Yes. But Tom would receive orders from Ralph. I don't know if they could not say God or...
this
imply,
was 1965.
Yeah, it was his unseen, unheard boss was Ralph. And so...
The equivalent of Orson.
Yeah, Orson, voiced by wonderful voiceover man Ralph James and Morgan Mindy. Yeah, so it was... Yeah, that was basically the character. So that was... late 2 years later, they'd come back with the variety format. And
the rest is history.
And the rest is, definitely broadcasting history with that one. But, still, I've seen... You can find just the opening on YouTube. It's worth... just watching that.
Yeah.
You just have to see the whole opening.
And for a show like that, the opening, that's enough.
Yeah. But you could see Simpsons, Family Guy, all these spoofing it later on, if they're trying to simulate a show from that time period. But I think, My Mother the Car also had a very lengthy... song.
Yeah, although that is a show that has lived further in infamy.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it's probably the most maligned sitcom in American television history that people did not see.
I know. If you actually watch, I think Nick at Nite ran it for a while. One of the KOFY in San Francisco used to run it on weekends once in a while, and I watched a couple of My Mother the Cars, and it's not that bad a show.
But
premise, premise aside, but it's not. It's certainly. I've seen worse shows today.
I can't get past the title.
My Mother the Car?
Yes.
Well, it is a little silly to have your mother reincarnated as a 1927 Polaroid.
That's just me. That's just me.
And when you add 1927 Polaroid as a song lyric,
yes.
It's doesn't really invoke. If we go right now,
but she was his genuine guiding star. that was one of the lyrics.
If we went to a crowd of 100 people right now and we said, "Okay, we're going to sing the Green Acres theme, guys. You sing the end." They know. We're going to say we're going to sing the Gilligan's Island. They know. Some of these other shows, not so much. Yes. We're going to whistle the Hogan's Heroes theme. Everybody would jump in, right? Yeah, so this is one that, just not so much. Can't really, even if you had subtitles and followed the bouncing ball, you'd still get all screwed up.
I'll bet when Nick at Nite reran the Smothers Brothers Show in the 80s, I bet you the first couple of weeks they got a spike in ratings because people would tune in thinking it was the variety show and not the sitcom.
And that's kind of...
Oh my God, I think I actually did that. Yeah. No, seriously, I think and when I realized it wasn't, I just went past it.
I think that is,
you were not alone.
Yeah. We're also talking about, I hate to phrase it this way, classic Nick at Nite, when one of their selling points was that the world was better in black and white.
It was.
And they used to have people like Adam West.
That marketing campaign was brilliant.
Yes,
and they would even film the promos in black and white.
Yeah, they would have Adam West. Sometimes he would fade from color to black and white to talk about how much better it is. And I think one of their first original shows was Hi, Honey, I'm Home, which was done in color, but the characters would always have the turnerizer that would turn their selves into black and white, where they felt much more comfortable. So they would turn that thing on, then they'd all sigh in unison, just to feel that way. But it was at one time, Nick at Nite, all the shows at Nick at Nite, they would all be black and white. And that was part of the selling point.
If I remember correctly, they showed the Smothers Brothers like Saturday night, like at 10 or 11.
Yeah,
and
then had them for a while. Yeah,
which one?
E.
Okay,
he would show.
No, he had the variety show.
He had the variety show. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
he had the variety show,
the
but
sitcom.
Nick at Nite had the sitcom. But if I remember correctly, and again, this is a bizarre counter-programming lineup thing. It was the Smothers Brothers at 11. Followed by reruns of Lancelot Link, Secret Chimp at 11:30. And even though that was Lancelot Link was in color, that was just odd, but that was fun if you have nothing better to do on a Saturday.
But I remember they had Toby Gillis, I Married Joan.
Yeah.
So they would always have some really cool classic stuff, and some of these. And remember, this was a pre-internet time when Nick at Nite was first getting started. So some of these were shows I would hear referenced. Mm-hmm. Your parents might talk about something, or just somebody would talk about, let's say, My Mother the Car. You'd never see it, but you also have no access to it. Unless you lived in New York or L.A., you could go to the Museum of Broadcasting, and maybe they had it on Kinescope somewhere.
Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back. One more item. If you're starting a company, particularly one that is in an emerging market, you know that averting any sort of legal dispute is crucial to your business plan. Our friends at Tectonic Law offer an array of services that can help you avoid and preempt future litigation while also developing and protecting your intellectual property and intangible assets. Tectonic Law serves the needs of a host of emerging industries throughout California and beyond, including industrial designers, beverage makers, artists, farmers, retail stores, health practitioners, wellness experts, cosmetics manufacturers, nonprofit organizations, innovators in sustainable practices, and libraries. Go to tectoniclaw.com to learn more about how Tectonic Law can help your business thrive. tectoniclaw.com. Rock solid representation for groundbreaking industries.
This portion of TV Confidential is brought to us by our friends at Front Porch Realty, the community of realtors in the Northern Bay area of California that is committed to finding the solution that is best for their clients. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or looking to sell or lease your property in Northern California, call Karen Strain at 415-886-7411 or visit frontporchrealtygroup.com. for more information on how they can help you.
Ed Robertson, thanking you for listening to the TV Confidential podcast. If you like what you hear, please hit the subscribe button so that you won't miss our next episode. You can enjoy Tony Figueroa's standalone podcast this week in TV history, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you find audio.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-222-0511. 800-222-0511. Again, that's 800-222-0511.
Hi, this is Joanne Worley, and you're listening to TV Confidential. Woo! Be quiet!